All right, final 5 minutes. We got to have Alan Watt back for a full hour, maybe even longer, very soon, because he's so spot on with his analysis. CuttingThroughTheMatrix.com is his powerful website. A lot of great audios up there. His books, DVDs, it's all absolutely vital. But just a short example here. With my firstborn 8 years ago, we searched, Googled mainline pediatricians that won't push vaccines on you. And we found one of the biggest ones in Westlake, and I went there, and the guy had a couple doctors under him. He's since retired. And after my second child was born, I'd known him a few years, taking him to the doctor for the yearly checkup and not taking shots. He goes, listen, Alex, don't tell anybody I told you this. Don't use my name, but, doctors are supposed to volunteer once a year, and I do, that for city clinics, we're giving the 1970s oral polio vaccine that's illegal to give in the U.S., but we were ordered to do it, to the minority kids that has the live SV40. Well, I mean, that's ongoing. In fact, it isn't the old vaccine. They make new. It's done on purpose. And as you know, Alan, it embeds itself in the cell walls. It triggers when hormones drop, generally at about 55. So you're done working. Now here's your cancer. And even if it doesn't kill you, you spend all your savings to them. And we know the Rockefellers 80 years ago pioneered cancer research. But the issue here is, here's all the mainstream admissions that and in this Natural News article, they have 9 different links to mainstream news admitting that the UN is giving the kids polio. I mean, these are murdering eugenics killers on purpose. And how do you warn the public about this?
So difficult because it's such a massive campaign on television all the time, even through fiction as well, and dramas and movies of how wonderful doctors and hospitals are. That's their impression, same as cops and detectives and so on. It's all propaganda. So it's very hard to get through to them. They don't want, again, they cannot believe. And that's a domesticated public. They're domesticated. They believe what they're told because they believe that there are superior, intelligent beings living above them who take care of all the big problems. That's what socialism really is. And they've all been socialized into this system. So they cannot believe that experts would ever do anything deliberately to harm them. And so they'll eat anything that comes on the shelves, any kind of candy. They never read it. Oh, they'd never give us that if it harmed us. It's the same with the cell phones, too. They'd never give that to us if it harmed us. And that's how domesticated the public generally are. They can't think for themselves.
And now they're telling us, we knew 30 years ago it increased all these rare brain tumors that are now common, and we're now putting all this wireless microwave in everywhere, and it's going to kill you, but we told you so.
Yeah. And you have to think for yourself. You have to be an individual. If you cannot be an individual, then what are you? You're part of the common herd. And the common herd are domesticated and socialized.
Here's my final question, Alan. We got to have you back soon. Why do these social engineers have a universal rule that they've got to tell you what they're going to do to you before they do it?
Because it's legality. Everything that they admit to you is a legality. It's your choice whether you take heed the warning or not. And literally, they want you to consent to your own death or destruction or injury, whatever it may be. They want your consent to it. Consent is a legality in the law. Even silence is consent by law. So they're telling you, and if you're one of the wise ones, you'll take the heed, take the hint, and do the right thing, and not take this or that or the other. So that's how they like it to be. They don't like future historians to say, we forced people to do this. They like to write it the way people were warned, but they decided to, and this is what happened to them. Millions died, or millions came back.
Every culture has the same parable to describe reality through fiction, that the vampire, whether it was the Latin Americans or the Greeks or the Japanese, with the vampire, that the vampire has to tell you he's coming and has to trick you to give him entrance into your home.
Yeah, everything is contractual, really, and you sign a contract or by silent agreement. So that's the same as signing a contract to go along with
Alan Watt,
voting is a contract to allow tyrants to do whatever they want with you.
CuttingThroughTheMatrix.com, our site's Infowars.com. Alan, we'll have you back very soon. Thanks for spending time with us. Retransmission starts now. Mega Rant, straight ahead. Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.